Throughout 2016, Wayne TV and the History Center are partnering together to celebrate Indiana's bicentennial.
That's right. The program is called 200 at 200, where the center will showcase 200 items important to Northeast Indiana's history. This morning, we're joined by Todd Pelfrey from the History Center with one of those. Great to have you in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, well, first of all, explain the 200 at 200 event program.
Well, it's one of the History Center's contributions to the statewide bicentennial celebrations throughout 2016. Each month, we'll present a series of both virtual and physical exhibits with our online through our website and also at the History Center. So folks will be able to see these pieces not only from the comfort of their home, but also come down to the museum to be within arm's reach of them.
And this is one of the pieces that they can actually see as part of the exhibit, correct?
This is one of the pieces that we selected for March's edition. We went from iconic Fort Wayne to Contention of the Confluence, and then in March we're presenting the peopling of the community, those people groups, ethnicities, and nationalities that came to call Fort Wayne home throughout the 19th and 20th centuries.
So this piece just looks significant. Explain what's in it.
Yeah, tell us all about it.
Well, it's an incredible piece with a very special and unique story. This is a scrapbook that belonged to one Peter Kiser. Now, Peter is commonly cited as the first German American to permanently settle in the area that would become Fort Wayne. We do have some accounts of Germans working at the original American fort, but Peter was the first German American to settle permanently in this area. And it's doubly significant because throughout the 19th and early 20th century, approximately 3/4 of our residents had some German ancestry, and all of it, in one way or another, can be traced back to the efforts of Peter Kiser.
Wow. And so I mentioned during the commercial break, this is a huge book. I think you said it weighs 11
This is a
pounds.
very large scrapbook, and generally the History Center doesn't collect scrapbooks because they tend to be ephemeral in nature. In other words, a lot of clippings and samples at your disposal. This weighs about 17 pounds, which is
Holy cow.
appropriate because Peter Kiser himself was a very large man. He was over 6 feet tall and weighed over 300 pounds. He served as our community's first professional butcher and then held a number of offices throughout Fort Wayne and also represented Allen County in the state legislature. And what's doubly amazing about this piece is that Peter was incredibly successful, not only in the local but the state scene, and he was illiterate. He couldn't read or write English or German, for that matter. So he kept this scrapbook with him throughout his life and used it as a way to express his political beliefs. Now, it was originally a ledger book. This first page here shows several of the entries during the era of the Wabash and Erie Canal. This served as all of the records for all of the transportation throughout the Summit City from 1845 to 1846.
Okay.
Now, at some point, Henry acquired the scrapbook, or acquired the ledger book, and repurposed it for his personal scrapbook.
Okay.
And throughout its pages, we see just hundreds and hundreds.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Great
The detail.
This piece was particularly, Peter was particularly fond of this piece because it details the impeachment proceedings of President Andrew Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Henry was a lifelong and very staunch member of the Democratic Party, and so during the Republican president's impeachment process, he obviously used that to express his own political beliefs. And we'll flip through right here. This is probably the most colorful representation of the pages.
And is this actually money in here, like little prints of money?
Yeah. It not only served as his personal scrapbook, but he was a fond collector of stamps, currency, and also cigar stickers that we see right here.
Wow.
That's really amazing.
We're very lucky to have an awesome piece like that as part of this exhibit.
Quickly flip through, if we have time,
Let's
to
do
one more section.
We can do it. Okay.
This is a great piece. As I said, Peter was a lifelong member of the Democratic Party. This flyer rails against the radical Republican Party's accumulation of the national debt to a then whopping $2 billion.
Wow.
Thank you so much. What an amazing piece.
Love this.
And the 200 at 200 event runs all year long, and you can see a new item every month in the first week of First News Saturday. We'll be right back.